Well, hello, fire signs. This is going to be readings for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is actually exclusive content that is typically found over at Harmonia Friends Club. It's part of the All Signs Timeless reading. So if this placement or any of these placements resonate with you, sorry about that. There may be more messages, talking too fast, fire signs on the other side. Okay. So if this resonates for you, there's going to be other readings out there for you to check out, and just look for the one that is posted in the description box to find when you become a member. All right. We're using a couple of different decks today. I am continuing to use this amazing numerology deck to start us off. I'm encouraging you that if you are looking at different placements within your chart, that you're paying attention to the numbers, the sequences, go ahead and add them up. You know how numerology works. If it becomes double digits, make sure you are bringing it down to a single number between 1 and 9 to see what the full-on meanings can be. But 10 still has an important thing in regards to renewals as well, and of course angel numbers too. But there's messages within numbers, and so that's why this deck is pretty darn amazing. So let's see what's going on here for fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The first couple of cards are going to be for initial story play to see what is the current situation for my fire signs. And it's going to play out for each individual sign reading for Aries, Leo, and Saggy. Here we go. What's the number that is with my fire signs? Oh, I like this. 3. Now, this 3 is different. I love it. It's all about, threes are all about creativity and growth, but it could also be about collaboration. But I love how it's got in the glasses, it kind of looks like stained glass here. Okay. It's got a lotus flower. So there's something here about having a new vision. Let's see what the book has to say. Let me pause this for a second. So I like how the author here breaks down the number 3, where it's the Trinity, the time, and the body. And so I'm going to describe the Trinity being the body, mind, and spirit. The time comes in the past, present, and future, which is another 3. And then the body, which is birth, life, and death. So the 3 has a lot of patterns within our life, not just in our body, but everywhere around us. And this particular card has to say, open the third eye. There's a third eye. You see it right there. It says, open the third eye. Put on the glasses, but don't forget to take them off. Rose-colored glasses. That's what it is. Rose-colored glasses. Believe the magic is in front of you. This is the part that lets us dream. Yes, this dream, or yes, this is better. Don't things feel different? And I just heard sometimes dreams can be illusions, and that's not in the book, but I'm hearing that. Okay, there's something here about the illusion of what we see and taking it off, and what is the actual reality. Get it. Let's see what else is going on here with the dark reflections decks of what's currently going on for my fire signs. No reversals, not just yet. Plus, this is a dark shadow deck, so you see the extremes here. All right, we got the Page of Wands here for you. That's fire energy. Where are my glasses is what I just heard. I can't see without my glasses. You guys remember that movie? He can't see without his glasses. We have the 10 of Pentacles here. And we have the Hermit. I feel like my fire signs are in deep reflection about their family life, how things have panned out within relationships. I feel like, even though this is a circle, it doesn't necessarily mean it was a happy circle. There is pain here, it's not all happiness and security, but there was something here behind doors. There's something here that shaped you and made you reflect that I never would have that again. I don't want to be in that again. there's anger here. I do think you reflect on it, and I just feel like something was behind closed doors that looked happy, like a happy home, a happy life, but not necessarily there was a lot of happiness. There's a lot of tears here. It may have been a repetitive pattern where, you are starting to see that you are reliving a certain pattern from the past, but your glasses are off, meaning that you can't pretend everything was happy and secure. And there are arguments that come back, but who was right? And was it something that was able to be worked out? And you're reflecting on that. You're looking back at that. So, yeah, you're moving forward, but you're definitely trying to be realistic about what's in front of you and not pretending that everything is pretty and possible, because there's a lot of work here for my fire sign. I just heard there's a ton of work here. But with this Virgo energy, I do feel, see how his eyes are glowing and it's not the lantern? I feel that's about the sight. Um, Lies. I can't lie about this. I can't, it wasn't happy. It wasn't always pretty. Relationships aren't always pretty, but we did what we did. We did the best we could. Interesting. All right. I think the title for this is going to be reflecting on the rose-colored glasses, because there was something here where you may have ignored or just thought that was the way life is. We're going to see now and break this down for each individual sign. We're going to start off with Aries first, and let me timestamp this. So, Aries, you were up. Reversals are now up as well. Ooh, I almost dropped the whole deck. Aries. The Lovers reversed. The Page of Swords. Here's the thing. You're tired of looking back to investigate a situation and what went wrong. I do feel like there was a choice where everything looked right from the outside. Okay. Gemini energy, could have been dealing with a Gemini, but this was what you thought how it had to be. And it was very hot. It was very passionate. There was a drive here. Doesn't have to be romantic. I'm just saying there was passion to be with one another. Everything's going to be amazing. And the truth is, you feel like you got fed a lie. And there's a part of you that's like, how did I miss this? How did I not see this? Like, and you're still down. You're not going above to look at the bigger picture here. This is restless of looking at something from the past. And I feel this thing of going, I got to stop looking at this. How long am I going to be stuck on this? And I feel like this Aries is done with being stuck on the past. It's actually making them more restless to revisit it. I feel like this could also be for an Aries. I'm not saying therapy is a bad thing, but sometimes, like when we go to a therapist, they bring up the past, they talk about the trauma, and it's like, how long am I going to talk about the trauma? When am I going to live? When am I going to be? And this is all about being. This is about just being open and present and feeling that vitality again and feeling life again. And it's like, this is what you're craving. Some of you are craving an entire change of environment, taking a break, doing something for you. That's a card of just being. Yeah. Because look at this, unaccepted responsibility. You took on the responsibility of somebody else's part that you can't figure out why it went that way. I think you looked at your part enough, but now it's like, I got to live my life. And this is something here where it's become so much of trying to figure this out and just going, can I just leave the past in the past and be present? And it's not that I have to take the ignore the responsibility, but your responsibility that's being ignored is enjoying the moments in life. You know who else got a similar reading to this? If you have Cancer in your chart, you may want to go to Harmonia Friends Club, because Cancer, the big message was just be present. Okay. Be happy, build on the foundation that you have. And this is something here where you just want the weight of the past to just be left behind so that you can be optimistic about the new beginning. But you're burnt out, you're tired, you may feel like it's not possible to achieve certain things, but the reality here is you went through a lot. What number is here for Aries? What number is here for Aries? Final card. 9, which comes to a 12, which comes back to a 3. Okay. I feel like there's something here where it is about to be fulfilled. I also feel like there's travel coming up for you, Aries, or a need to take a break. Okay. A new environment would be really good for you. But 9s are all about attainment, fulfillment, and it's to go after just your happiness and your health, or to take care of you and not worry so much about, the past and what was done to you. It's like, how much more can I play victim to this? I like that he has here for the number 9 is that there's a resolution, because I think that's what's needed for you. 9 is about completion. And I feel also with the fact that it goes back to 3 for you, it's the growth process. You are right there. You are right there, I hear. All right. Now, this number 9 card is a little different. So let me pull out here what it says. It says, ooh, look at this. A large group of people, the population, defend your peace, but still exist with others. There's something here where you're being asked to get support by individuals who've not necessarily been through the same thing, but are happy, that are in the energy of being present. Because when you're amongst these individuals, it's an entirely different energy than what was done in the past. And reliving this is not helping you. They're also bringing up here city. Now, some of you where you do have that city life, the hustle and bustle, I also feel that there's something here about creating space within nature too. There's a balance for both that is needed, but there's something here about going within the city or going within the group and being mindful of the group that you are with. Are they lifting you up? Are they having here the ability here to set accountability if they see you that you're being stuck here on a particular mindset? This is you surrounding yourself with individuals who are in the moment with you. All right. That's what I have for Aries. Let's move on to Leo. All right. Leo, my lions. Let's see what's going on here. The Empress reversed. The Page of Cups. Oh, we got a perfectionist here, the Star. Okay. You're taking a new approach, which is great. I feel like you were smothering a particular past failure. And it does feel like this is for Leo, who's very creative. But if this is a relationship that you were hung up on or stuck on in the past where things didn't go right or things aren't looking on it, you are putting yourself back out there and looking at something in a whole new light, and you're making yourself very vulnerable. I think there's some anger here about wasting a lot of time, which is pretty much the message that I get about these rose-colored glasses. I also feel like there was really high expectations, could have Taurus in your chart, but there's also this energy here. We got another 3. 3 is very significant, but there's something here that was not balanced. When you think of 3 and 3, it comes to 6. But this is what's exciting here is I kind of see this being below water, and with the fact that it's below here, she's taking this. You know what it reminded me of? When I was a kid, we used to do underwater tea parties. I don't know, it's just a thing we did back in the 80s. We'd be in the pool and we'd have these little tea parties, and it was this private party. And there's something here that you've kept pretty private. and there's something about needing to come out of your shell. Now, some of you, there may be an opportunity to come out of your shell, whether it's an invite, but this is something that's pretty big, because I feel like with this Aquarius energy, it's somebody here who says, you know what? Why not? Let's see what is above. Let's see what it is. It's going to be a whole new world here for my Leos. It feels like it. I just heard time to shine. Time to shine. Yes, because there is something here where it just wasn't right, or you were making something try to be right, or it wasn't the right time. I don't know. There's just something where you were absolutely obsessed that that particular time or person had to be now, and it didn't turn out that way. It didn't. Okay. There was a failure of some sort. So it's kind of like I overindulged in trying to make something work. And you are looking at the fact that, you know what? There's one thing where practice makes perfect. It's another if I put the work out to look at new opportunities. Okay. Whatever this break was, whether it was a breakup or a failure that took place in the past, this is for a Leo who's about to rekindle a spark and allow themselves to be seen. And I feel a lot of you, this has to do with a dream or a passion, and you are going to be unexpectedly, and I think it's because what you expected before was a success back then, but now, whatever this time has done, it shows your expertise. Interesting. It shows your expertise. It's kind of like you had to go through that failure. You know, when you're a winner, or when you win something or achieve something, you do have to fail a couple of times so you can learn some lessons. So there's something here about lessons being learned here for you, Leo. Interesting. Let's see what the final number is for you. 5, which is 8, abundance. Be ready. Be ready. The changes and the cards of 5 is all about looking at all of those changes that can be conflicting sometimes, right? Because it forces us out of our shell. But this is something here where I feel you are going to see growth. But let's see what the book has to say about this particular number 5 card. Remember, there's multiples on here. But I do like that he points out that 5 is about freedom. It is lessons in breaking habits, and cycles is change. You are the change. I love this too, because it's showcasing a star here. And I feel like that's really, and we got the higher font. So you're ready to be from student to teacher as well. So you think of that. But let's look at the 5 card. And for this particular card, it says change your circumstance. It really doesn't have to be this way. This is about being here now and making those healthy choices and seeing how much and how far you've come and still remain determined. Look up, change the way you grow. You have the freedom to go another way. And a lot of you realize that maybe a dream that failed before, that there's a new way now that's much easier to do so. So how does this be? Let's say it's something to do with creativity, and art has changed. There's more abilities here to do things that you took time and effort and money before, but now we have things that could help assist you much easier. So it could have been that too that was needed. It just, you may have been ahead of your time is what I hear. So you're ready to shine. There's something here that's ready to blossom, and just be confident and have freedom here to change. All right, let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. Going to clear the board here. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for Saggies. Ooh, you angry. The Queen of Wands is reversed. You know what? You know your worth. You go from the Queen of Wands reverse to the Empress. And I don't think this is a separate individual. This is someone here who's cutting the bullshit, who's getting real with themselves, who's realizing that what they were yearning for the entire time, and it could have been a particular person here, Saggy, right? A fearful yearning is something that you were missing within your life, some of you within your childhood. But I feel that you are using your creativity, your confidence, your anger to cut something out that is not serving you anymore. You can change your mind. And I think for a lot of you, you are changing your mind. And some of you, you are changing your mind on a relationship that you thought was your everything. And you're realizing now, I'm better than this. I deserve better than this. So yes, you are taking action here of protecting. And some of you, protecting is because of the children. Others of you, it's protecting your assets or your ass, because it's like, I'm going to now go from working 9 to 5 to putting it in an all entrepreneurship or side business. But I feel like you were leveling up, you were bossing up, and you're determined to be real about this. This is not just a dream for one day. It's like, no, I'm worthy enough to have this now. So I need to cut something out and use this anger in a really good way, a motivational way. The Queen of Wands can be pretty chaotic when she's reversed and kind of vicious, but I also feel you've had enough time to reflect to use this in a good way, not something here to prove a point, not to another. I don't feel that that's it. No. Now we have the King of Coins energy. Okay. If somebody is going to approach you, Saggy, and you are in that Empress energy here, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female, it's the receiving, then you're going to have somebody here who's going to showcase, this is what I think you're worth, and this is my worth, and I'm willing to share it with you. So you're looking for true partnerships, true investments. Some of you are looking for a partnership to invest in you if it's something where you're trying to get a loan. Some of you are establishing a relationship, could be with a businessman, business gal, to invest wisely, work it out and say, hey, listen, I want to make sure this I'm being responsible about it. I need some advice here. So this person could be giving you advice as well, but it's rebuilding your worth. Yeah. Gosh, it's rebuilding your worth. There's your card, because there was something here that you were giving way too freely. In imbalance excess. And the excess here, I think, was trying to make something fit that just did not, it just brought more baggage. So I do feel like you are breaking from, some of you a company, some of you the company that you keep, but it's about taking back your power and looking at relationships that are more balanced. What's the number here? The final number for Sagittarius. Oh, I like this. You have 7. So we have 7 that comes to, with this will be a 10, which comes to a 1 for a new beginning. But 7s is about reflection, but also knowledge. And there's a knowledge here about growth and going through the process here. Everything has its pattern. Everything has that sequence. But let's see what the book has to say about this card for number 7. So we know the number 7 is a sacred number and could bring sacred knowledge here when it comes to Akashic records or assessment or reflection on your life. But 7s are also just a reminder here too, that if you look at 7 in the major arcana, it would be the Chariot. So you're ready to go. You're ready to reach new heights. Now, this particular 7 is reminding you it's time to look at your limitations and grow from your mind. Be smart, be strategic, but it's time now to plant. Also, a reminder here with time, it said something about 7 years. Give this time. This growth is not something that is meant to do like right away. And some of you are going to be cringing because you're like, 7 years. But there's something here about reflecting in 7 years from now of how much has grown. It says limit actions are not real outside of our mind. So there are so many things you could learn to do that it can be overwhelming. Isn't that exciting? So there's a lot here of changes. And I feel that what's coming up for you, especially when it comes back to a one, is you're having a rebirth. You're having a renewal here. And there's a massive opportunity here of growth, of money, of stability, and also being in a relationship that really sees your value. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed these readings. Like I said, if any of these readings resonated with you when you were listening to this, there may be more messages on this other all signs reading. We're going to be moving on to the earth signs next. But if you just go over to Harmonia Friends Club, become a member, you can gain access to this reading and all of the readings, including our mid-month check-in that is being released later this week, only over at Harmonia Friends Club. Thank you. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.